Man versus gun.
Scar 16. Okay, shooters, this episode of Man vs. Gun is the Scar 16. When I started the Man vs. Gun series, there's a couple of guns that I really wanted to put through the Man vs. Gun series. One of them was the Tavor, and there'll be a link to that up there. The other one was the Scar. There's a couple others, but I don't want to say those because I may never get a chance. But these two were definitely high on the list to put through the Man vs. Gun series. So let's start off with all the specs. The weight on this thing is 8.5 pounds, and it feels really lively in the hands too. The length with the buttstock fully closed is 34 3/8 inches. The length of pull is 11 3/4 inches. It's nice and short for a length of pull for a rifle. The butt plate is rubber and it's curved. Fits really well in the shoulder. You know what? I think I like it better than the angled ones. I really like the buttstock. It's adjustable for length of pull, obviously, but also the comb is adjustable too. So far in the Man vs. Gun series, with regarding the buttstock, the Scar takes the cake because it's multi-adjustable. Pistol grip. It is what it is. It's like a basic stock AR2 pistol grip. I wish there was other pistol grips for it. Maybe there will be in the future. But, you know, it works. It's been working on the A2 for a million years. So it is what it is. Magazine well is nice and flared like an AR is. Incidentally, it comes with a steel magazine, somewhat like the HK steel magazine. So let's talk about the magazines for just a second. The magazines that the Scar will take, all USGI magazines, obviously the FN magazine that it comes with, it'll run Gen 3 P mags with no problem. It'll run Lancer L5 mags with no problem. It'll run the Troy Arc mag with no problem. Where you'll have a problem is Gen 2 P mags and Mo mags. That's what they call Mo mags now, is the old Gen 2 mag. And what it is you can see with, let me use a dummy here. With this, you can see this generous slot back here in the issue mag. Now look at the P mag. See how it's quite tapered and comes down to almost nothing? What will happen is this tapered part here will catch on the bolt catch. And it won't actuate the bolt catch prematurely, but it pushes the bolt catch up just enough so it rides on the bottom of the bolt, which is a bad thing. You don't want the bolt catch riding on the bottom of the bolt just for the heck of it. So if you do run Mo mags or Gen 2 P mags, just take your Dremel or a file or something and just widen out the bottom of that notch. And I'm sure if you do a Google search, you'll find pretty good instructions by somebody out there that already is showing how to do that. Okay, so mag release is mirror image. So this gets high marks. There it is when I'm running a righty. There it is when I'm running a lefty. It's the only mirror image mag release that I've run so far through the Man vs. Gun series. The safety is short throw, which I really like. It's 45 degree and it is completely mirror image, so high marks on that. Charging handle is in an absolutely perfect place. You know what, when you're running an AR and you got to run the charging handle, you got to get your face out of the way or you're going to hit it unless you run a really long buttstock. With this, I mean, it's right here where you want it to be. The only downside is it is reciprocating, so you really got to watch out. You know, if you stick your thumb up like that or something, you'll know, and you'll only do it once, maybe twice at the most, because it'll hurt. So I wished it wasn't reciprocating. It is. You can put it on right or left side, but it is only on one side. That's just, you just got to deal with that. The bolt catch is only on one side. It's just like an M4 bolt catch. Ejection of brass is just like all other carbines, you know, around 2, 3, 4 o'clock. In other words, ejection brass is not an issue. You can run this from both shoulders, not an issue at all. The rear sight is a really nice adjustable rear sight. FN doesn't do anything halfway. The front sight is also foldable and adjustable for elevation for 0. Front handguard, this is a piece of extruded aluminum. So the front handguard is, you know, like most rails guys are putting on their M4s. It ships, the semi-auto civilian version ships from the factory with a muzzle comp brake flash suppressor made by PWS, but it's logoed with FN right there. And it's an extremely effective muzzle brake compensator. One of the better ones out there on the market. It is optics compatible. It has the M1913 rail all along the top there. And there is sling points front and rear. So now that we've gone through this part, let's go do the fun part and head out to the range.
The scar feels really nice in the hands and in the shoulder. It just points naturally. It's balanced correctly. It just feels really nice in the hands. And another thing I really noticed is it's extremely smooth in the action. When you fire this thing, it's not like a M4 AR based firearm at all. The action cycles really smoothly. The charging handle's in absolutely perfect position. I wished it wasn't reciprocating, and I wished it was on both sides, as it should be. I guess the new version of the SCAR that they're coming out with, the charging handle is non-reciprocating, so they're listening to the end user. The bolt release is in the exact same spot as the AR series. It works really well. It too should be on both sides, but it's not. So you just work around it. But it cycles really smoothly. It just feels real lively in the hands. I was really impressed with the SCAR. I enjoyed shooting the SCAR amongst probably more than any other firearm I've shot so far. The SCAR was the funnest for me to shoot because it is such a smooth shooting gun. Type 3 malfunction clearance drills worked fine, left-handed, right-handed. The only issue that I ran into is that my Lancer mags, my L5 AWM Lancer mags, didn't drop freely. I had to pull those out. But the USGI dropped free. The Tango Down Arc mag dropped free. That's the only other mags I had up there. But the magazine release, mirror image magazine release worked really well. In the left, you can see that having a charging handle on both sides really would help, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully someday. It works really well at doing the 10 rounds at 5 yards, but I'm not entirely used to the trigger. You'll see that I milked the trigger on the 5th shot, so there's a gap there. Then on the multiple targets, it also worked really well. The SCAR just is a gun that likes to run. It does well at everything. I really enjoyed running the SCAR. Couple minor idiosyncrasies. I wish the charging handles on both sides. Wish the bolt release on both sides, but it's a great gun. Thanks for watching.